What's up, my archfiends of chaos? This is your king of the night, Vincent Valentine EX Turk, and we're coming today with the Coliseum battle. I'm kind of tired because I just fixed up a little in my house. I'm doing laundry and trying to wait till my mechanic shows up to fix my tires. So I'm kind of on the war out. So I'm not gonna be all interject like I am. So, and the song will actually explain what I'm doing. It's another death battle. Two of the biggest supernatural inclined superheroes from their respective universe. You got the demon, you got the demon spawn that end up saving the human race, known as Hellboy, versus the supernatural infused human in Shinra Turk, Vincent Valentine. Now both come from supernatural backgrounds, as you see from everything. Now let's get the battle started. Starting with Hellboy. Hellboy's strength is physical strength is pretty high. You know, it's pretty high. He uses a gun. He also has supernatural powers to drag you to hell and do a special. And he can use any hell-based weapons and all that, and fire and all that, and a gun, just like Vincent Valentine could. It's pretty much the comic book version of what Vincent Valentine is, except the difference is Hellboy was actually born a demon, and he's actually helped defeated the German army in the original movie. And now this is gonna be really hard for me to decide because I like both characters. I like Vincent Valentine because Vincent Valentine is my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time, and I like Hellboy because, you know, the movie and Injustice 2 got me into wanting to get involved with Hellboy comics. So this is gonna be really hard considering they're both a lot alike, except with Hellboy he's already in his full base state. He just when Hellboy wants to gain his power, he has like the horn thing that increases his power, or his horns increase. As Vincent Valentine, he has multiple transformations. Like Vincent Valentine has multiple transformations, turning into various beasts or demons, depending on his limit break. Now we're gonna be using the Dirge of Cerberus Vincent Valentine because not the Dirge of Cerberus, sorry. We're gonna be using the Final Fantasy 7 of Vincent Valentine since that's the only footage I have, and it'd be easier than just using the Dirge of Cerberus because the Dirge of Cerberus, he has a whole plethora of different abilities that's not in Final Fantasy 7. So we're going to be just sticking to Final Fantasy 7 original only when it comes to Vincent. Now, when it comes to physical strength, I have to say Hellboy would win because of his bigger arm. Vincent Valentine is buff, but not that buff. He's pretty much the Hitman character body build, where it's just slender and athletic, as Hellboy is a giant beefcake. So when it comes to physical strength, I'd have to say Hellboy would win in terms of physical strength. When it comes to magic, they'd both be equal because they're both supernatural forces. One being born a supernatural force, and the other having supernatural elements from his ex-fiance just to bring him back alive. So when it comes to magic, they'd both be on par with each other. Although Vincent Valentine actually has a different set of magic, a lot more diverse set of magic than just fire magic. Vincent can use thunder, wind, and everything else, considering Vincent Valentine in the original Final Fantasy 7 was a magic-based character. That's why he can use more magic, and he has low defense because he's not meant to be a bodybuild, type of character. He's really meant to be You know, he's not meant to be like a warrior. He's meant to be a gunslinger slash magic user. Pretty much think of VV, but VV with a gun. That's exactly what Vincent Valentine is. Except Vincent Valentine comes with various transformations due to limit breaks. Now, we're not going to be talking about the transformations because I classify those as a different character, so we're not going to be but he can still use abilities from transformations. There's one time, you know, which I said I was going to use Dirge of Cerberus, where he was able to use the power of chaos but remain in human form. So he could actually use some of the abilities. Even in the original Final Fantasy VII, he could still use Berserker Dance without having to be in his Galleon Beast limit break. So, you know, there's that right there. But when it comes to magic, I'd have to say they're both equal. When it comes to speed, I'd have to say Vincent Valentine, because Vincent Valentine's speed is outrageously fast. As a matter of fact, Vincent Valentine is actually one of the most fastest Final Fantasy characters. One of the most fastest Final Fantasy characters. Pretty much, he has a little bit of flash, but kind of a hellish, supernatural demon type of flash. So when it comes to speed, Hellboy would be outclassed, since Hellboy is a bigger body, and like I said, bigger does make you slower. Vincent is a little more slender. He's tall, but Vincent's a little more slender than Hellboy, so Vincent can actually run a little faster. So when it comes to speed, Vincent Valentine will win that one. Alongside magic, just because Vincent Valentine's magic, you know, he has a more diverse magic than fire. Now, yes, Hellboy can damage Vincent Valentine pretty bad. But because the Chaos Cells, not the Chaos Form, we're not going to be talking about the Chaos Form, but because of the Chaos Form that Vincent has, that's inside of him, just the cells alone can heal him up. So if Hellboy were to do that one fun finisher he does in Injustice, where he drags Vincent to hell, chops him up to pieces with the axe, in hell, Vincent Valentine can regenerate. Now, here's the weakness, though. Vincent Valentine can only regenerate as long as his heart and brain is still together. If anything happens to his brain or heart, Vincent Valentine will perish. As much as I love Vincent Valentine, he would still perish if his heart or brain ever were to stop functioning or be destroyed. He can't heal no more, but as long as his brain and heart is together, he can actually regenerate thanks to Chaos's cells. Now, this does not include limbs. If he gets his limbs cut off, you know, it won't work, because that's why he has a golden limb, which is about at least the strength of Hellboy's big red arm. So yeah, but you know, that's why Vincent Valentine wears a gold frankincense gauntlet that is as strong as 50 bodybuilders all at once. That's how strong that gauntlet is. But that's why he's worn that gauntlet, because he lost his arm in the Chaos experiment. So, you know, he had to get it grafted onto his actual arm. So, proof that Vincent Valentine can't regenerate his limbs, but he could recover from damages. Like if he gets a scar, no matter how major or bad the scar is. And I know I said I was going to use Dirge of Cerberus in this one, but Dirge of Cerberus does go back to the original Final Fantasy VII when it comes to regeneration factor, because having Chaos's cells, he healed up real quick after Rose of the Crimson took the Pro Materia. And he does heal up quick. And to go back to the original Final Fantasy VII game, when Vincent Valentine uses his limit break, any kind of limit break, he heals all the way back up, showing you that Vincent Valentine does have a good healing factor, which actually that might be as an advantage, as Hellboy has a healing factor, but not as big as Vincent Valentine. You know, not as big as Vincent Valentine. But it could be possible Hellboy could possibly heal up if he were to use his horn, if he use his ability where he gets those horns, where he gets a little stronger. So this is going to be really hard to decide. When it comes to physical strength, Hellboy's already got the advantage. When it comes to magic, Vincent's got the advantage, since Vincent is meant to be a magic user, you know. when it comes to sharpshooting, I'd have to say they're both equal. They both use guns. They're both skilled with guns because they're both raised on military stuff. As Vincent was a Turk, and Turks use guns and hand-made weapons like guns and knives and stuff like that. So they're both at least have the same about the same training with guns. So when it comes to gun usage, I have to say they're both equal. But when it comes to magic usage, Vincent Valentine uses a diverse amount of different magic. Plus he's made to use magic. He's a red mage. He's pretty much a red mage style character. So Vincent wins with magic. And it comes to speed, Vincent, and even though Vincent had a bigger body, Vincent Valentine is one of the most known Final Fantasy characters to be one of the fastest Final Fantasy characters, like at least the 4th or 5th fastest character in the series, which that speed could overwhelm Hellboy, even though Hellboy's good. Now, I think how this would end up in this actual battle, I think Hellboy would give Vincent a run for his money. For sure. He'd give Vincent Valentine a run for his money really badly, to the point where Vincent has to go all out. So, they would pretty much injure each other pretty bad, but with Vincent Valentine's quick recovery, thanks to Chaos Cells, I'd have to say Vincent Valentine would be the winner, based off the fact he has more speed, his magic usage, his heal factor. Vincent Valentine kind of has an advanced form of what you call the Wolverine heal factor, and that's due to chaos. And he can use some of the attacks of his limit break transformations without even transforming. Not all of them. Now Vincent Valentine cannot use Satan Slam, or what's it called, Splatter Combo. But Berserker Dance, Vincent Valentine could use without being transformed. So when it comes to and then when it comes to more abilities, Vincent would win. Now this would be a hard battle because Vincent would have to either go all out at once, or at least test Hellboy's strength, but get hurt so badly in the process where he has to take time out to regen. But I'd have to say Vincent Valentine, because Vincent Valentine is faster, has more magic, and it has more magic usage, which, if you're slower, which Hellboy is considerably slower because he's bigger, it's going to be hard to hit Vincent. Not to mention, Vincent could use any and all magic and combinations. Vincent could probably just use Ultima at the highest level of strength and able to beat Hellboy, as you've seen. So Vincent could just pretty much just use Ultima and defeat Hellboy. He catch Hellboy off guard first with a couple of pistol rounds, physical brawler fight. Then Vincent would pretend to be tired because Vincent's a tactician. He pretend to be tired and can't fight anymore, which will cause Hellboy to get caught off guard. And then Vincent would use Ultima, with the combination of his gun and thunder or fire magic, depending on what he uses, or just even ice magic. And since Hellboy, it's kind of a fire elemental a little bit, ice would probably work with the combination of Ultima and a few bullets. Vincent Valentine would win. Even with Hellboy's with regen factor, it's not as strong or powerful as Vincent Valentine's regen factor, so I have to say Vincent Valentine. And remember, do not get offended. This is just for fun. I do these for funs. I take requests, and I do this stuff for fun. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so may the crystal be with you. And just enjoy the video for what it is. This is not screw attack, so don't take it seriously. So may the crystal be with you.